Hi, my name is Sydney Auvil, and I'm going to be teaching the topic on how to maintain positive client relationships. This is specific to communication, specifically public relations in general, just on how to maintain those positive relationships with your clients, what not to do, how to maintain those positive communication efforts, also how to maintain honesty and straightforwardness in your communication with your clients. So, first off, my objectives with my students would be to learn the power of effective communication, whether it's positive or negative, and how it directly impacts client relationships. I do want students to also learn the importance of honesty and just being straightforward and honest with your clients, because that too can also directly impact your relationship with your clients as well. So, my anticipatory set, I'll just begin my lesson by asking my students, have they ever been impacted by poor communication, whether that's a friend or a coworker, a manager, anything like that, and how that made them feel. And then when they respond, I would relate that back to how negative communication can also impact our clients. So whether that's not responding to an email, whether that's neglecting to call them back, whether that's forgetting to do a task that they had requested of you in communication, that negative communication is directly correlated with how positive your relationship is with your clients. Then we'll also switch back over to just honesty and being straightforward with your clients. So whenever things happen, if you're planning an event or you're planning a fundraiser or anything like that and something happens, making sure that you're being straightforward with your clients is super important. And I want to make sure that I'm presenting this in a way that my students really understand it. So presenting this content, I would use technology resources. I do feel like since this class is meant for undergraduate students, that using technology resources would probably be my best option as far as the best ways for them to understand it. I would love to use like relatable memes, just like fun pictures, lots of photos, and less writing, where it's more of discussion-based learning, where I'm able to have more of a conversation about the material versus me just lecturing to them and them hearing what I have to say. The learning engagement activity, what I would do is have my students participate in role playing. I definitely think role playing has a positive impact on them actually feeling how a client would feel if they were, receiving negative communication or any sort of like negative connotation with you as their client. So having them participate in a role play activity where they're able to see directly and in person how negative or positive communication impacts a client relationship. So I would have them do role playing. My formative assessment would be having them be able to describe the way that negative communication can impact relationship with clients. So at the end of my class, this would also be my closure, but at the end of my class, I would have my students do a group discussion, and we would discuss ways that communication positively and negatively impacts a client relationship, because we don't only want to focus on the negative, we want to focus on how positive communication can also impact that relationship as well. My differentiation strategies, I would want every student to understand my material. And the way I would do that is after the first class, I would provide each student with an online survey. I would have them complete that just so I could understand kind of where they're at in their learning style, what they understood from the class, things that I can improve on, things that worked while we were in class today. And then I would just end with the group discussion. But yeah, I think this is a great topic to discuss. I feel very comfortable discussing communication and how it directly impacts relationships. But yeah, so that's my topic.